Coming to an institution like UC Berkeley was very intimidating for me. It's a really big school with lots of people, and I felt like I was just going to be another person on campus, and like I was going to be alone.
When you start as a transfer, it's a little bit different than starting off as a traditional freshman because there's a lot less transfers on campus. But immediately when I got here, I found a space where I could relate to people like me who came from different community colleges, some from the same colleges, and we just had a different approach and mindset, and it built a stronger camaraderie for me.
So one thing that I think makes the transfer community here at Cal super unique is the diversity that it offers at this campus. I know for myself, I am a first-generation student and English was not my first language, so coming to Cal, it was kind of hard to relate to other students who arrived as freshmen to this university. Among the rest of the transfer community, I know that there are tons of student parents, veterans, and re-entry students who are older and just come in different walks of life.
The Transfer Center really provided a space for me to find community, to make friends. It provided a space for me to study and a place for me to feel safe. I could turn to the person next to me and ask about classes, and I knew they were going through the same transition as I was going through, and it really helped create a community because all these people were just like me.
So the Transfer Center essentially has been a space for me to utilize my entire 2 years being here. I was part of the Education 198 course, which helps transfer students transition. And that might have been one of the most impactful things I've done for my career. I cried in that class. I met some of my best friends in that class. So it really shaped who I am today.
Coming from Los Angeles, which is an 8-hour trip back home, it really provided a home away from home, and the Transfer Center really was the family that I started to create.
I remember the first or second week of school when I started at Berkeley, I went in the center and I spoke to Diana. She was a peer advocate my spring semester, and I just told her about the issues with all the reading and all the homework, and I was just like, how am I going to do all of this? And we just had a very unfiltered conversation at the front desk, and she gave me all this advice, and now because of that I'm doing much better now, and I'm able to handle all the difficulties at Berkeley with a strong and resilient mindset.
Spaces like the Transfer Student Center here on campus offered me a sense of belonging because I felt like there were other students that I could relate to and academic advisors who understood what it meant to be a transfer student here at Cal and some of the hardships that come with the transition. It offered me a place to hang out and study, a place to make friends, and a community of people who saw the best in me before I even saw it in myself at times. And so that I think is really special and what really sets apart the Transfer Center from other organizations here on campus.
Kind of rewind and go back 2 years ago when I first started at Cal, I was confused. I had really no friends, I didn't know anyone. I was 6 hours away from home. And then if we fast forward to where I am today, I really honestly feel like I'm living and thriving, but this is all thanks to the Transfer Center. And if the Transfer Center didn't exist, to be quite honest, I don't know where I would be.
So the community that I was able to really find and become involved with at the Transfer Student Center is really what got me through my 2 years here at Cal. Throughout the last 20 years, students have been counting on resources like the Transfer Student Center to really find a home away from home while they're here at Cal. And so I think it's super important that organizations like this are able to continue supporting students for generations to come.
You can make a big difference today in the lives of transfer students like me by giving big today.